This time, we are going to make this, where the color only highlights the number and skips the dash. So let's jump to the After Effects. Create a new composition, name it Tutorial. Size as usual, duration 10 seconds. We start by writing the numbers 4, 2, 3, 1. Insert a dash between the numbers because it will be our mark. I don't know what you guys call it, minus or hyphen, so let's just call it a dash. We set the character to be clear and position it in the center. Next, open the text layer, Animate, Fill Color, and RGB. You can set the color, but I choose red because it will be more apparent. Next, click Add, Selector, and choose Expression. Open the Expression selector, then Amount. This is where we will write an expression. Before we write the expression, we have to add a slider control. This slider serves to determine which character we will highlight later. If so, leave it like this and go back to the expression box. Delete the current expression because we will create a new one. First, the highlight variable, we write the letter H to make it shorter, then equals parent to the slider control. Next line, parent to the source text, dot. Because we will take one character from this text based on a particular index, we need to use the charAt function. So, charAt, open parentheses, we use the variable textIndex to determine the character's position in the text when we use expression inside character-based text effects. Since charAt uses an index that starts at 0, while textIndex starts at 1, we need to subtract 1 to get appropriate character. Next, we write double equal to make a comparison. 2 quotation marks, and in the middle we put a dash, which is for this. Question mark and colon. These two signs are a short way to write if else statement. The question mark represents true and colon represents false. We use this to set the opacity based on the comparison result. Because we only want the number to be highlighted, this function checks the dash. If true, then we want the opacity of the highlight color to disappear if it is on the dash, which is what we will set using the slider control. Because we want the highlights to disappear when touching the dash, we must add 0 behind the question mark or true. Lastly, we create the false. We can put this colon on the line below it. After that, we use the is function. Open parentheses. For the value of the is, we use Math.abs. Why Math.abs? We want to take an absolute value, which converts a negative number into a positive one. This function always returns a positive number, which makes sense for opacity calculation. The opacity property is not like other properties that can use minus values. Opacity is only at a positive value. Next, inside this parentheses, we add textIndex just like charAt. TextIndex -1 minus h, which is highlight. Then close parentheses. Don't forget to put a comma after the close parentheses. We make in minimum for is 0 and in maximum 1, comma, out minimum 100, out maximum 0, and close parentheses. Then hit enter. The expression is done, but if the slider value is 0, the number 4 is highlighted. I want the number 4 highlighted if the slider value is 1, not 0. So we need to add -1 in the highlight variable. Now let's animate it. And we're done. If you are too lazy to type the expression, I put it in the description below. So just copy and paste it into your project. See you around.